I think that's off. Wonder how much was it? Let's wait till y'all trickle in just a little bit. Fixing it myself. All right, so we got the fuel sensor. It won't read a full tank. It would only read 3 quarts full. Well, it will read a full tank of fuel. It's just when you fill it up, it doesn't go all the way to full. It just has that little bit of line left. So here's the filter. Well, I mean the thing for it that you just drop in the tank. So let me rip this open. I kind of put these in there earlier, and I found out some more stuff that's up with it as well. So they gave me this. This wasn't inside the bag. So I guess when you're switching out that piece that's under the fuel tank, this is that gauge part. This piece drops inside the tank. Not what I expected. I thought it was gonna just a easy one to just pull straight up. So you can't pull this straight up because the tank, I think you gotta tilt the tank to one side to pull it straight out. But this goes straight down in the tank, and this is what reads the fuel level when it's full or not. So I thought it was just gonna be a simple one just to go straight in and to drop straight down, but this just goes straight down in the goddamn tank. It's basically then the sensor. Where's the O-ring for it? There it is. So the sensor that's leaking, basically this is how it looks. This is it, and then this O-ring is what stops it from bleeding through the curve, well, through the threading and come out. So I got 2 of them. One for basically both of them is the same. My truck is a DD13 and this truck is a DD15. So this is for that truck, this is for my truck. So it really don't matter which one it is. Both part numbers are the same. So now I'll show you where it goes. And I just bought the filter. This came out of my truck, and look at all the stuff that was in there. So all those bugs and stuff. For the filter, this is a new one that all I got to do is just insert it in there, and then that's it. So I got to change out that sensor. Where is it? That sensor. Let me get the flashlight. Should have did this way earlier. I don't think it's a hard job to do, but if y'all can see, let me try to put y'all up in there. Dim the light. All right, see this sensor back here, this one that I'm touching? Y'all see how dark it is? This sensor, all you got to do is just take out that gray clip that's right there, and then remove that sensor piece. On this truck, this is what I was talking about. On this, it can't go straight up, so they're gonna have to like break these these things in here, try to turn the tank to one side, see if I can pull it out that direction, but it got like damn near half of it's gonna be kind of, I think the light right there, it's gonna be kind of difficult to twist it now unless I put the truck on one side and let the fuel bleed over on the other. Other than that, I think that's just about it. I'll do the same thing for this, but this truck, I just took it to the dealership. In mine, I just drive this one. So let's see if the coolant bled out or anything, because all right, see up top where it's showing that. Let's climb up. All right, I think it has a split in it. All right, so that has a split in it. So now that we know that, we need a new one. All these stuff we gotta inspect real good. So we need a new radiator reservoir. See if it is. Did I pick up any pair? I went over to the truck wash, but let's turn your ears around. I went to the truck wash, but the line was basically down the road and around the goddamn corner, and I wasn't with that. When I say down the road and around the corner, it was down the road and around the fucking corner. So I should have saved the other reservoirs. See what happened when I throw good shit away? All right, swipe it off and see, because so now I need to add to the list that it needs a reservoir. So probably when I'm passing by the dealership again tomorrow, I'll just buy another one. So y'all see it right there. See it bleeding out? See that? All right, so not now, because it just might split and blow in our damn face, and we don't want that, right? Well, I don't want that. I can't say y'all don't want that. So this needs a new reservoir. And what else? Reservoir, put the sensor on. Oh, let me show you guys the tire. So I got the hose. Need to hurry up and put that in. So this tire has a split right here. It was literally off, but I used some starter fluid. Some starter fluid to put in there. Reason, let me show you guys what I meant. I said I put starter fluid. Starter fluid. All I basically did, I ain't got that much left in it. This is a can that I used to help start Justin's truck. Basically all I did was just spray some inside of here. I just pushed the tire over. I just pushed the tire over. I did, but it has a cut in it, so the air is just coming right out. Just push this over, the tire over, like it's literally off the rim, but now it's on there because there's still a little bit of air left in it. So all I did was just spray some of the starter fluid on the rim inside there, and then light the lighter and just spray it like a blaze, and then it just went boom, popped up, and it stayed back on there. But once it got on there, all the pressure keep coming out right here. So this tire got to go. I'm pretty sure Loves will buy it back, but I don't want it patched. I don't want it patched up because it's still gonna come out here through this. So I'd rather put a brand new tire on there and call it a day. Maybe they can patch it up and save it or whatever they want to do with it, but I don't want it back on here. So that I gotta add to the list too to get changed. That being said, I'm gonna throw back this new filter up in there, and then I'm gonna work on that that back there. So basically, this is all I did. Not trying to burn my hair off or nothing now. So I have a lighter and just simply do this. That doesn't want to light, huh? Doesn't want to light now. There we go. And just simply do this. Do I have fluid left in it? There's no way of checking if I have fluid left in it. There we go. It's just simple. That's it. That's all you do on the tire. Just spray a little in it and then just light it and the tire would expand. That's how I take off my tires on the side of the road, put the other spare on there, and off I go. That's it. Just gotta know how to work magic. It would work this very same way if you got your own personal car and you got a tire that's just basically low on air or whatever it is. I found these two that was supposed to go right here. Those two bolts, but he has to drill them. I got my drill. I could drill it, but the truck came with new bolts. So he didn't have it on there. So he said when he gets back into town, he's gonna drill those bolts out. I could do it, but I didn't get paid for it. I paid him to do a good job. He's supposed to do a damn good job. So he said he'll take care of it because he has his he had his guys worked on it, and they left the pliers on top of the engine too. So all I'm doing is just replacing the fuel filters. I mean, not the fuel filter, the air filter. Just put in the filter and then that should be all for it. Don't know where to sit you guys. Hard doing this shit and showing y'all all that stuff. So this is kind of moving, so I gotta tighten it down as well. Let's get the socket set. So I got a bag with tools. This is just half the damn tools. I think I can use this to extend on that truck, then buy a whole nother one. But you don't want to leave raw wire out. Let's put you guys back down there. I'm gonna use this. It might be, probably is a 10 millimeter. Could it be a 12? Let's see if it's a 12. No, it's a bit bigger. $13. This is a 13. Let's see. It fits. Fits perfect. All right. Put the extended piece on. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. You know what? Let's step down in here. What part is moving? Ah, gotcha. So we need you up and off. All it is to take out this filter is just 2 screws. All I'm doing, I don't like how this is shaking. So we're gonna see if we loosen it up a little bit. Let's put it up. Basically just using my fingers to just hold this up. Alright. Take my hand, put that back off. Then when I'm closing this up, as you'll see, there's a little bit of space down in here. So when I'm closing it up, I gotta make sure I push this back in. Good thing the engine is cool. That's why I don't want to touch it, the other truck right now, because that engine is hot. And it's really not going anywhere no time soon. Damn it, that's why. All right, put that up there. Yes. Let's use this. That's way too small, so I need something a little bit. See, this is what I don't like. Got the razor out. Just need to go into one of these. You know what? It just might be one of those sockets that I broke off, and I ended up throwing the sucker away. Let's see. Ow. Seems to work just fine. Ow! Biscuit. I just knocked my finger there. Oh, that sucker hurt. Alright, so let's just close it up. Got to make sure put this back right. Best for me to stand up there and see it. There you go. Coolant reservoir basically cracked simply because, you know what, I should just blow it out. Hang on, I'll blow this out real quick. Really ain't much to see. Just putting the part back on. And do one little filter at a time. Sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta get the hell out of my way. Y'all can stay right there. I ain't trying to break nothing else now, because it's too late to go buy anything because the dealerships are closed. This side ain't even in right. right. There we go. Okay. Do I have any spacing in it? No. All right. Let's put the back in. That's it. So now let's just line up the back. These are the stuff you got to know how to simply change when you're owner operator. You own your own truck. Trust me, you might think it's nothing I'm doing now, but later on, you'll start seeing why these videos are useful. Would have been great if I would have bended this in the daylight. And then I got this space below here. I really can't see what I'm doing anyway. I'm trying to turn y'all to where you guys can see, but it's getting darker, so basically all I'm doing turn around. Basically what I'm doing, this would be great if the truck was warm. You basically can warp it back into place, but because it's cold now, the engine is cold, you could have just let's do this. Let's try to pull it out back. Hang on. See how it's warp? You don't want no excess air going in there. So because the engine was hot, it just basically dropped down when it should have fit into this loop in here. Kind of close it up so it won't do that excess breathing, but it will fit back up in here. So let's try to see. Hello. Sup. Just trying to set you guys to see what I'm doing. So basically, let me put this up here before I leave it. So that's how it's supposed to look, but then we still got to deal with this. Orange line on the ground. What orange line? So that's kind of that little defect right there. airline. What about it? That's what I used to put air in the tires. That's how I found out that that tire over there was slashed. Hang on, y'all. Darker it's getting, the worse it is to see, so it's not like there's much lighting out here. Where am I working? Where am I working? Right here. All right. All I'm basically doing is trying to push it up to see if it's something to clamp into it. Once we've... I doubt it. Yeah, so there's really nothing really to hold it in place. What they should have did was just have it as a groove. It should have it as a groove like you see up here, where it fits perfectly in between here, so there's nothing to even set it. So it's just gonna be a warp right here, so maybe excess air is gonna be coming from below, or dust, and getting inside of the engine. So I was trying to eliminate that. Well, there goes the flashlight. And I did get the bumper. Where are you? Get over here. I did pick up the bumper, so let me show you guys real quick. Since we already know how to take care of that. So there's the bumper, sprayed and everything. Well, the side fender. So basically all I'm gonna do is just take off that one, because I've been ordered this. It just takes a while for them to spray it and everything. So damn, I already got it dirty. So all I'm gonna do is just take off the little pieces. Hell yeah, it's pretty clean, nice and clean too, brand new. When I ordered it, they had to fit it to the truck and then spray it, and then when it got ready, then they called me and told me it was ready. So it's just the same for this piece. Let's go around here. There it is. So all I got to do is just take out these screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take off that piece, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take those off. Then there's some screws down in here that you have to take out. Let's turn this around. Well, it says reconnected. I guess we're back. So let me put this on, because it seems like there ain't no going around it. So I'm gonna throw this in real quick. Hang on, let me crawl back over into here. Crawl back inside of the engine here. So that's my flashlight holder. Now what I do with the filter? what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to Napa. Just basically go to Napa. This is like custom fit. You probably can get it at Napa too as well. But I got mine from Freightliner. I think for this filter, the fuel pump gauge and the 2 sensors was like 200 and something bucks. I think the fuel pump cost the fuel pump gauge is what cost the most that I basically spent on. I thought it was gonna be like $2,000 or some shit just for all them little stuff. When he told me 200 and something dollars, I quickly pulled out my card and like, let's get it. And walk the hell out before they change their mind. Cause ain't shit cheap at the dealership. Ain't a goddamn thing cheap there. That's for sure. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Pull it a little bit. It's really not that hard anyway to put a filter in. Just want your truck to be breathing right. Do the job right and get it over with. As I said, there's really nothing wrong with my trucks. And you guys can't see anything. There's really not that big of a deal that's wrong with them, but when you kind of sense stuff is gonna start going out, you might as well start changing them out. It's really hard to find a spot for this flashlight. And it's always some little small minor stuff that's wrong. Nothing major. It's dark as hell here pretty fast too. So now I gotta fit this piece into here. Wait a minute. I wonder if it. Oh, I think I see something here that I can do. Uh-huh. So let's try out something real quick. If this gotta be up here to the cone. So it'd be way up here. No, not all the trucks are up and running. Most people are still on home time. I think I got 2 other trucks that's basically up and running. I should be running, I was supposed to be running from 5 o'clock this morning, but my battery ended up dying on the phone. Where is it? God damn it. Battery ended up dying on my phone and I fell asleep not knowing that the batteries died. Well, the battery was dead, so that came as a loss to me as well. I need a screwdriver. That came as a loss. Or else I'll be sitting on a load waiting for them to fix some water line thing at the site. So I told them, all right, just call me later. They told me about 7 to 9 hours for it to get fixed, because it gotta leave miles from where they gotta get it from to get back into New Mexico, because that's where that well is. Oh, you guys need to see what the hell I'm doing. I'm basically, damn it, basically putting this piece, into that hole right there. So I'm just kind of forcing it. There we go. And then we just screw these back in. So there's really nothing I can do about that other piece at the bottom. Or it seems like there you go. I know the guys at the well sites are gonna be like, dude, where the hell have you been at? And shit like that. Because they usually see me running 4 or 5 loads for the damn day, while everybody else do 1 and 2 loads. 1 and 2 loads, and then that's it for them for the day. But I don't play around when it's time to grab the loads and go take it to the well site. And plus, at that well, it's like no weight on. The only reason for the well to be down is unless something's wrong with it and you're there with the sand already, and you have to just sit there for like a good little minute or two, meaning you're there for like a good 4 or 5 hours, so you might as well just hit the sleeper and just get yourself some nap. You missed both the videos, just sit and watch it. It's pretty it's basically there for entertainment. There is entertainment and knowledge. I was talking about how to get a truck with about 6-7 months. You can get your own truck rather than trying to work for what, who the hell that is calling me from Atlanta, but I don't know anybody in Atlanta. Every time they always call me with some scam stuff. So it's really no getting around or away from this, so it seems like it's gonna be getting too much air up in there. But from what I can see is that the filter piece, hang on, something don't look right, because if you can see up in there, I can see the rubber. I'm gonna see something here. Maybe maybe I can try to see if the rubber of that new filter housing can kind of hold it up a little. And actually, that truck right there was my very first truck that I start. Well, this is my first truck. That's actually my second truck that I started with. I think his got an auto start. Nope. I think it's actually in the seat. I just seen the brake light. I'm gonna try something here. Missed the video. It ain't really nothing much interesting, just talking about how you can get a truck and what truck you can get. Really don't matter about what year it is or your model or what brand that's stuck on the side of the truck. All you need is a damn used truck, because like I say, if you don't be careful, those lease roads will kind of tear it apart. I don't need to lose these 2 screws, and if I do, I'm screwed. Get it? Screwed? Alright. Alright, so you see like how, let's look from down here. So you see like how the rubber is kind of beneath this? I wonder if, let's go look at the other one. Because it looked like, it looks to me like it was when they put this new filter housing in is what caused it to sit so low. Because as you can see on this part, which was the bottom, how it looked like they forced it in there. Let me see if I can. They forced it in there, and you see how the bushing, well, the rubber part is, the rubber bushing, how it's starting to look just like that. So I think I kind of might have to play with it just a little bit, because you see on here, I think lighting is what's getting you guys. All right, dimmed it just a little. So you see on here, it has a little groove right there. So I think it's when whoever had this truck, well, when you're at the mega carriers, those mega carrier people, they forced the filter up in there, and that's what probably caused that to happen. I don't know if you guys can see, but Gotta try to get this over with real quick. And you're not trying to stay all night out here to do this. Basically what I'm doing is trying to force it up. They're trying to hold it back to the bushing. Not trying to take it all the way out of it, but just enough to force it to hold it up. You need that screwdriver. These things are very time consuming too when you're trying to get the shit right. Now you see when they say you get paid by the hour, you might be like, man, how long does it take to put a goddamn filter in? Stuff like this. Well, kind of I want it, but I need to invent something like a pump to just pump and put the pressure back up on it. It's in there, but it's right where I want it, but y'all can't see it. It's right where I want it, where nothing won't go at the bottom, but the filter is stopping it though. But yeah, I use the filter to kind of hold the space and put it between the groove. Maybe once I start getting a bit warm, it will fit into place. But we'll see. Where did I have you guys? Don't want to mess up the cone either. I think the engine was a bit warm. I could warp it back into place and then tap some cold water right on it to kind of heat it. Like, it's fixable if you can heat it up and then you warp it back into place and then use the cold water and tap on it, and it will stay right in place how you want it. It's like plastic. Once it's hot, it will kind of deform. Well, that's the best I can get it. Kind of messed up the cone a little bit. Just snapped off now. That's what I'm saying, like. Sorry to find a spot for you guys where y'all can see. I think over here was the best place for y'all. But I keep hitting something. Yeah, that sucked. Do not use starter fluid, may cause engine damage. No kidding. Just basically all it needs is a little bit of starter fluid to see if the engine will crank. It will tell you if your fuel pump is bad or not. Alright. Let's put you guys back up here. Nah, it ain't the gasket. Let me turn you guys around, maybe it'll be better. This is basically it anyway. Ain't really nothing much at all. Have y'all watch. And I'm free to dip out whenever y'all ready. There we go. Easy to fly out, but hard to put that sucker back in. So back there is in its groove. Down we go. All right. There's really nothing much I can do about it. It's warped. I think that truck has a idle management. This truck also has it. You just gotta set the truck at a governed speed for it to use idle management. Once you take off the govern and put your truck open up all the way, then you can no longer set idle management. It would be nice to have it on the truck, but what's the point? It's good for the wintertime as well, whereas you know the truck will auto start, but if you're not going to be in the truck, you just get it jump and off you go. And that's that. I think my brother called earlier. It's okay. We'll be here tomorrow. Don't work too hard. Should you be at home? Nope. Not going home no time soon. No time soon till February. I'll be out here all of January. See that I'm talking about again? What is up with that? So it's like it pushed it back out. Dang it. So it was kind of holding it up. Oh well, we'll try again. All right, that's basically it. See y'all later.